everybody. Lance Russell and Dave Brown right along ringside, and we're about ready to go with another big championship wrestling program. And by golly, I'll tell you what, we've got an interesting makeup of matches today,
we do indeed. We have a TV title match, and this one, Kevin Sullivan will be putting his title on the line. He'll be defending it against Pat Hutchinson. Wayne Ferris will be here to go against Tim Leonard. Should be a good single match. And we'll have Coco Ware against the Golden Boy, Chick Donovan. Be our first look at him on Championship Wrestling. That's not all. Don't you go away. We have an 8-man tag team match coming up, the expiration of time match. Mr. Onita, Masafuchi, and the Nightmares on one side of the ring. On the other, it will be Dutch Mantell, Roy Rogers, the Superstar, Bill Dundee, and the Dream Machine.
Oh, boy, that should be some kind of an 8-man expiration. We'll see how much time we have for all of the falls that'll be involved in that expiration thing. I had kind of the reaction that the crowd did about Kevin Sullivan. With all due respect to Pat Hutchinson defending against Pat because he's not ranked as a TV challenger, one of the ranking challengers. I want to talk to Sullivan about that a little bit later on. Right now, we're going to take time. I will be back with championship action coming up in just a moment. Oh, okay.
Thank you.
We're going to be ready to go with our TV championship defense in just a moment. Kevin Sullivan, the current holder of the TV championship on Championship Wrestling, along with his manager, Jimmy Hart. Kevin, when we announced the defense against Pat Hutchinson, there was kind of a murmur from the crowd. The crowd was, as I am, not particularly enthusiastic. I really kind of was looking forward to a defense against the former champion, Dutch Mantell. He has asked specifically for a rematch, and you've chosen not to give him a rematch.
Well, let me tell you this. First of all, this shirt says everything. I am #1. The other thing is... The other thing is, Dutch Mantell had his day. He lost to me right here on television. I defeated him easily, and he doesn't deserve a chance. Now, let me ask you something, Lance. You said the people were disappointed because of Pat Hutchinson. You did, too. How many times have you ever wrestled? Wait a second. How many times have you ever wrestled?
I haven't wrestled at all. I don't claim to be.
Okay.
And I'm not putting Pat down. But the fact is he is not a ranked challenger for the TV championship.
Well, let me tell you something. You know, this has stuck in the back of my head for a long time. You know, when I first came in this area years ago, Jerry Lawler slapped me around. And, you know, it almost did something to my mind, but one thing it did do, it made me strong. And this is what's wrong today. There's not enough compassion in professional wrestling. You know, there's guys like Pat Hutchinson, great upcoming wrestler. I mean, you know, someday this man may be the world's champion. You know what he's going to say? The only man that ever gave me a chance was Kevin Sullivan, because young guys like Hutchinson never get a chance for a TV title or a tag title. Guys like Lawler, Dundee, Mantell, they all get the chance time and time and time again. You know, even if they're defeated by champions such as myself, they always get a chance. So what I'm going to do, out of the goodness of my heart, and showing you that I am your TV champion, I am going to do something. I am going to start a campaign for young, upcoming, super wrestlers to get a chance right here on television. You know, he has everything going for him, and I have everything to lose. If he comes out and holds me to a draw, never mind defeats me, just holds me to a draw, he's going to get nationwide ranking. As you can see in all the magazines this month, I'm on the cover of every one of them. And let me tell you this. I'm here to show the people that I am really a compassionate person, that I'm probably the most misunderstood athlete of all time. So, Pat Hutchinson, I'm going to give you your chance today to make a name for yourself. And I'm expecting a tough match.
Well, we're willing to be shown about your compassion and everything else. I still have in the back of my mind the thought that Dutch Mantell deserves a
Dutch
return.
Mantell deserves nothing. That man deserves nothing. He's just a redneck.
All right.
Isn't he great, Lance? Isn't he
Yeah,
great?
it's marvelous. Okay, let's go to Davey for the official introductions for this match.
It will be a TV title match. The TV championship will be on the line. One fall, 15-minute time limit, special time limit for the TV championship match. At 197 pounds, from Memphis, Tennessee, the challenger, Pat Hutchinson, and the champion, from Boston, Massachusetts, at 220 pounds, Kevin Sullivan, his manager, Jimmy Hart. This match one fall, 15-minute time limit, referee Jerry Calhoun, and we are underway.
Okay, Dave, I've asked the former TV champ, Dutch Mantell, to come in and help us with a little commentary right here on this match. And, Dutch, we tried to get a straight answer. He gave us an answer from Kevin Sullivan. I don't know whether you heard it or not, but he's giving young people a chance now. That's his whole thing.
I'm not buying the story that he's going to give all these up-and-coming young wrestlers a chance, because we all know Pat Hutchinson is not in the caliber of Kevin Sullivan.
That's true.
And I specifically asked for another TV title rematch, and he hasn't come across with it yet. But yet he's giving Pat Hutchinson a chance, and we all know that Sullivan can beat Pat Sullivan unless Hutchinson gets real lucky. I'm not buying the story. And if he's so compassionate, why is he taking advantage of Pat Hutchinson like this?
Right up underneath the rope. Oh, Sullivan is. Well.
Yeah, he looks real compassionate now, doesn't he, Lance?
Yeah,
real
really.
Compassionate.
Really.
I asked for a match, and he's dodged me 1 week. Last week he wasn't here. He was somewhere else. And now this week, he's deliberately taken a lesser opponent to put the title on the line. Now, his strategy is good. I don't mind him putting it up against people who he says deserve a chance, but I think I'm first in line, and I think he owes me a title shot. Now, Sullivan is a great wrestler. I'll have to hand him credit.
Well,
I would like to have another TV title rematch with him.
I think that the fans agree with you, Dutch. I certainly do. I think that, at least in my own mind, there was some suspect in the win that Sullivan had, but he did it, and he got the TV title. And to your credit, you haven't cried about the victory or anything. All you did was say, hey, give me another match and see if you can do it twice.
Yeah, like I said, I might have lost one battle, but I have not lost the war, and the season is not over.
Young
But
Pat
I cannot get the
Hutchinson.
TV title back unless he gets the rematch, Lance, and you know that as well as I do. Now, you see, he's all over Hutchinson. Now, Hutchinson, he don't know which way's up right now. Sullivan is all over him.
And it's not to take away from Pat. It's just that he's young and inexperienced.
That's
and
all it
as you
is.
pointed out, he is not in the caliber of Kevin Sullivan or a Dutch Mantell.
And you see how Sullivan's got him now. He's not giving him air to breathe, and he's all over him. And Hart, don't look over here. You watch your mouth, too, Jimmy.
Yeah, he's not crying. He's just sitting here stating the facts about the thing. Dutch Mantell, our guest commentator on this TV championship. Right shoulder of Hutchinson is up, and Pat, to his credit, is trying to do his best to stay away from a pin. And Sullivan is really abusing him.
Now, see how he's taking advantage right now? He's taking advantage. Hutchinson is beat right now. Actually, he was beat in the first minute of the match. And Sullivan is not giving him room to breathe. But you see, this is where the inexperience of Pat Hutchinson shows. He doesn't know where to go right now, plus he's tired.
Yeah,
This is a rough, tough profession, and Pat Hutchinson right now is learning the hard way.
And Pat, already hurt, made the mistake. Instead of trying to get a little breathing room, went in for a double leg dive and just laid right into Sullivan. Sullivan took one step back, front face locked him. And like you say, he's just got him covered up to where he can't move in there. And that's the difference between experience and inexperience.
Well, let me say one more time, and let me reiterate what I said before. I want another TV title match with Sullivan, and he can't dodge me forever, and he's dodged me today, and I don't think it's any big secret of what Sullivan's doing. Now, you see, he's got Hutchinson down. Why don't you just go ahead and pin him now?
He's inflicting the punishment. While he was not using the point of the toe, Hutchinson was, it appeared to me, to be underneath the ropes in there, and he kept abusing him.
You see, it's easy to do this to someone who doesn't know what's going on.
Now, look at there. There was a chance for a pin, and all that great compassion. He picks him up and just continues to add injury and pain to Hutchinson's efforts in here.
He could have pinned him at that particular point, but he didn't. He's taking advantage.
Referee indicating that he used the upper arm and not the point of the elbow, and there's nothing wrong with that, although it's unnecessary, and I think that's the point we've been trying to make about Sullivan.
Back suplex. That's got to have him now.
He got him.
Well, I hope Sullivan is real proud of his efforts today, and I hope he feels like he's a real big man. But I want to say one thing. Kevin Sullivan is a coward, and I'll say it to his face. Kevin Sullivan is afraid, and he's running, and he's dodging me, and you're a coward, Sullivan. You're a coward.
He retains. He retains.
What did I tell you?
Hey, come on now, Kevin.
No, I told you, and I'll tell you to your face, friend. You're a coward.
Don't have any of it.
You're a coward, Sullivan.
Let me tell you something, Mantel. I'm not afraid of you. Only man that face this earth. You're the one that's a punk. I'm the champion.
Let me tell you one thing, Sullivan. You're a coward, and I want the match. If you're any kind of a man, you'll give it to me.
Okay.
Get in line. You're at the end.
Okay, Dutch, thanks for sitting in with us on this TV championship. I wish you the very best in getting your title match, and we hope maybe that we'll be able to have it here before long. Dutch Mantell, we're going to take time out, and we'll be back in just a moment. Back into action in a ring in a moment. I want to talk about Tuesday night. I got them all right here, and I want to make it very clear. Big main event Tuesday night coming up right there in the Louisville Gardens. There's going to be an 8-man tag with Wayne Ferris, Kevin Sullivan, the Nightmares, with Jimmy Hart at ringside, going against the team of Superstar, Dream Machine, Dutch Mantell, and Jerry the King Lawler. You jumped in the ring last week. You got what? We were up there for the Battle Royal, but we got it all on tape.
Well, let me tell you something. That's why you're wearing glasses and I'm not. I've never jumped in any kind of ring. Let me tell you something, Jerry Lawler. You better listen, and you better listen quick. I know what's wrong with you. You and Dutch Mantell are jealous because Jimmy Hart doesn't manage y'all anymore. But, baby, that's just too bad for you because I've got the greatest two men in the world in Kevin Sullivan and Wayne Ferris. Look at this man. This cost me some money and Wayne some money because of his commercials that he was going to do. But we've got everybody back right where we want them. So you please come on down there and bring your best shot, baby, because I promise this is 1981 Jimmy Hart you're looking at now. Tell him, Kevin.
Well, this is despicable. You know something? Where's Eddie Marlin to find Dutch Mantell for that $1,000? That shell-shocked idiot came out of nowhere with a club and tried to take our heads off. Let me tell you something, Dutch Mantell. You've been walking around here crying these tears, you shell-shocked idiot. You still think you're in Vietnam fighting some battle up a Pork Chop Hill? Well, let me tell you something, boy. You're going to think that you're back in Vietnam when you get in the ring with me because I'm going to take personal satisfaction of kicking your teeth down your throat because you're nothing but a punk, Lawler's a punk, Dundee's a punk, and the Dream's a punk, and they can't beat the four of us. With Jimmy Hart, this is the first family of wrestling, and we intend to rid you rats out of that redneck town of Louisville. You guys are out of there.
Thank you, Nightmares. Thank you, Nightmares.
You cost me a lot of money, Dundee. You cost me money, boy.
Okay.
You cost me $5,000.
Wait till Tuesday night. You can get all you want to get of it. You better be there and see it. Standing here with Roy Rogers, and I want to talk to Roy about his confrontation last week with Jimmy Hart. First, Roy, I got to say, I really think you're coming along. I've seen a lot of professional wrestlers start, and I got to take my hat off. I think you're doing a great job, and I think you're really coming along, and we're tickled to death to have you.
Thank you, man.
In the confrontation with Hart last week, you never really got a chance to find out who was the better man because I think you know, and I know that someone jumped in the ring, and I think we know who it is, jumped in the ring, jumped on you, and it ended up, you won it, but by disqualification because you never had really a chance with Hart.
Yeah, that's right, Lance. And you know, and I know who it was that jumped in that ring.
Yeah.
There's no question about it in my mind. I know it was Wayne Ferris that jumped in that ring.
Yep, I would have to agree with you.
Yeah, and I may not can wrestle as good as Wayne Ferris, but I can fight because I know.
I heard what you said. I heard the accusations you're making, Buck, and what you're saying is wrong because I didn't get in the ring on anybody.
Don't start it.
I know it was you, Ferris. I know it was you.
You don't know it. I told you once. You don't know anything, boy.
Come on.
It wasn't me and you can't prove it.
Well, I know not going to have me.
Thank you, Eddie.
I got something to say to you. The ruling's just come down. The Alliance reviewed the film, and it was you. They decided it was you that jumped in the ring. You had the mask on, but your tights and your shoes and all, and it was you. Now, let you know that the new ruling is a $1,000 fine if anybody interferes. So you're fined $1,000.
I want you to know, Eddie Marlin, I ain't paying no fine. I didn't do nothing.
Wait a minute. Come here, Eddie. Let me tell you something.
Let's go.
It wasn't Wayne Ferris. I know who it was. It was a friend of mine. It was a friend of mine. It wasn't Wayne Ferris.
You're expecting us to believe that?
Hey, I don't care what you believe. Don't have a heart attack while you're out here. Let me tell you the truth. Hey, let me tell you, it was a friend of mine because I know exactly how these geeks work around here. They were going to try to jump on my back, but it wasn't Wayne Ferris. It was a friend of mine. Now, you can either take that or leave it, but I'm telling you the truth.
I'm not paying $1,000 either. I'll tell you that.
Let me tell you
You
something.
got your choice. You can either pay it or you can leave.
Wait a minute. Don't have a nervous breakdown. Listen to me. Hold it. Listen. I'll bring my friend here next week if you give me a chance. That's all I'm asking for.
All right, you bring your friend here next week. I'll have Wayne booked here next week. And if you don't produce your friend, the fine will be $2,000. That's close.
Fair enough.
Well,
Fair
there
enough.
it is, right there, and that's one way to make him put up or shut up on the situation in there. As the ruling about this interference, Wayne Ferris scheduled to go to the ring. All I can say is good luck in the future in there, Roy, and just keep at it, man.
Thank you very much, man.
Okay, Roy Rogers. Wayne Ferris hopping up in the ring. He is scheduled here today, and the stipulation is Hart's going to have to put up or shut up, either produce it or the fine is doubled. It's a minimum of $1,000, Dave. The AWA, in cooperation with their promoters, are trying to cut out some of this incessant jumping in and interference in there. And this is one way to do it, or at least maybe. Okay, let's go for the
Get in
introduction.
the pocketbook. Maybe it'll help. All right, let's see. One fall, 15-minute time limit. Introducing on the right of the screen from Jonesboro, Arkansas, 212 pounds, Tim Leonard. And going against him at a total at 235-pound weight from Memphis, Tennessee, with his manager, Jimmy Hart, Wayne Ferris. One fall, 15-minute time limit. The referee is Jerry Calhoun.
Okay, the referee says let's do it to it. Leonard will be going against pretty boy Wayne Ferris, Davey.
Tim Leonard, been wrestling in the Jonesboro, Arkansas area, his hometown, for several months. Still a young wrestler. Wasn't so long ago that we were saying the same thing about Wayne Ferris, but not true anymore. Boy, he has wrestled worldwide. He's a veteran in every sense of the word. Leonard had a good move, but Ferris, with a leg drop, put Tim Leonard down on the mat. Lawler claims he fell down. Didn't look that way to me. Look at Ferris, got that left hand wrapped around Leonard's throat as he had him down on the mat. Referee Jerry Calhoun right there broke it up and warned Ferris about the choke. Tim Leonard, round behind. Leonard with a head scissors. Ferris kicks out of it. Leonard quickly on his feet sets himself. All right, down to the mat. It's Wayne Ferris. Boy, Tim Leonard moving him around the ring here. Minute 30 seconds gone. Tim Leonard has the headlock. Well, not anymore, but he did have it on Ferris. Ferris slipped out of it. Wayne Ferris with the advantage. Leonard picked him up in the air, dropped it to the mat. Wayne Ferris now over to the corner for a brief conversation with manager Jimmy Hart. Ferris, headlock on Tim Leonard. 2.5 minutes gone. Leonard slips out of it and takes Ferris's arm. Oh, up behind the back. Ferris brought that right arm back. We're coming up on the 3-minute mark. Ferris with face lock on Tim Leonard. Leonard on the mat, covered by Ferris. Referee starts the count, counts 1. Left shoulder came up off the mat. Hair pulling. Ferris yanked him right down to the mat. Boy, he just grabbed a handful of hair, and Leonard hit the mat hard. Ferris using the hair. Slammed Tim's forehead into that top turnbuckle in the corner. Leonard fighting back. Monkey flip on Ferris. Leonard goes after it, backs him into the ropes, whips him across the ring, sets with a drop kick, but Ferris, with his hands, caught the drop kick, dropped Leonard to the mat, count of 2, 3, that's it. Wayne Ferris comes up with the win. Leonard looking good in there. He went for the drop kick, but Ferris brushed it aside with his arm. Leonard hit the mat. Ferris followed with a cover, the count of 3, and in 3 minutes, 45 seconds, 3:45, Ferris gets the win.
I thought Tim was looking very, very good in there in the point, but there is no question about it. Ferris is tough. I'm not sure I take his word as the most credible thing in the world on some of the things he said. But he's a tough boy. There's no doubt about it. So Ferris ends up with a win in there. We've got more action. You will be meeting the Golden Boy for the first time on Championship Wrestling in just a moment. We have Tojo Yamamoto with us, who has some comments about a new discovery of Tojo.
Yes, Mr. Lance Russell, I have something for you today. Today, I have one of the world's greatest wrestler as a single wrestler today for you.
Well, we have been waiting to have the opportunity to mention.
He is going to win the single Southern heavyweight champion belt for me. And then Onita and Fuji is going to win the tag team belt for me. And I'll tell you why. You know why this guy is going to win the single heavyweight, Southern heavyweight champion belt for me? Because he is beautiful.
Well,
and now, you people, just a moment, because I'm going to introduce him to you. You just be quiet.
You want to
that's right, I'm going to introduce him to you. You understand?
All right, well, introduce him, please. Go ahead.
Now, here it is, the Golden Boy, Chick Donovan!
Well, there's the introduction by Tojo Yamamoto, and here is the first time on Championship Wrestling, Chick Donovan. I have, of course, heard of Chick Donovan and heard about his exploits, but how about telling us, Chick, a little bit? I know you're from Hollywood, a little bit about your record, your ambitions, your background, and that sort of thing.
First of all, Mr. Russell, it's my pleasure to be here and to meet
Good to have you here.
Tell you what, it takes 3 things to be a great athlete. First of all, it takes a healthy mind. Second of all, it takes a great body. In the gym, hours after hour, working out, pumping iron, working hard. It's no free lunch in this world today, Mr. Russell. Third of all, the most important, it takes a great heart. A strong heart. When you're willing to get out and put forth the effort to win. Win.
Well, speaking of winning, how about a little bit about your record, Chick?
Well, Mr. Russell, my record speaks
I
for
call you
itself.
Chick or Golden Boy?
Well, to my friends, you may call me Chick.
Okay, Chick, a little bit about your record. You say your record speaks for
It
itself.
speaks for myself. I do my acts in the ring and show you
Well,
how my record runs.
we've had some great wrestlers on Championship Wrestling, and we're interested in finding out a little bit more and having a chance to look at Chick Golden Boy Donovan in action.
Right
today.
now, it's my pleasure. In a few minutes, it'll be your pleasure.
Well, we will have to see, because you're going against Coco Ware, and that's going to be some kind of a test. Ladies and gentlemen, Chick Donovan, the Golden Boy from Hollywood, California, and we'll have a chance to see him in action right about now, as a matter of fact, as Donovan heads for the ring. Tojo Yamamoto right behind him, and we will see for the first time the Golden Boy in action, Davey.
All right, this is going to be a one-fall, 15-minute time limit match coming up here as Chick Donovan, the Golden Boy, will be going against Coco Ware. As Coco stepping into the ring, Donovan climbing up on the apron. Again, one-fall, 15-minute time limit match from Union City, Tennessee at 221 pounds. Coco Ware on the right of your screen, and on the left of your screen with his manager, Tojo Yamamoto, from Hollywood, California, 228 pounds, Chick Donovan. Referee, Jerry Calhoun.
You know, Dave, I was thinking as I was walking back to the desk here that it's really a shame that you prejudge a guy just because Tojo's with him.
Because of his manager,
yeah,
that's right.
I made that judgment on Donovan. Donovan getting ready to go. He's got quite a reputation. I do know that for a fact, and he has some kind of body. He is also going against some kind of tough young man across that way. Bell time, and here we go. Coco Ware out to meet Chick Donovan, center of the ring. Tied up. We know how good Coco is. We're going to have to see in action. Chick Donovan. Good clean break.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that.
No, not a thing.
Standing side headlock. And he reverses it. Goes behind with the arm. And that proves he can move. So can Coco. Donovan goes to the rope, gets a break, and Coco backs straight up. The referee, thus far, having an easy time of it, which is not always true. Chick Donovan. Whoa, boy, what a takedown. He got in behind Coco, waist locked him, and took him right over backwards.
Nice one by Donovan. He got Coco down to the mat.
And Coco Ware, good move.
Yes, sir. Going to be a couple of well-matched wrestlers in there. Coco, of course, we know, a former TV champion, really has come on strong in the last several months.
Good quick move by Donovan. Tojo Yamamoto nodding his head in approval as Donovan has made some good moves and some good counter moves. It's not to slight Coco because he has done the same thing. And as you pointed out, good even match at this point.
We're a minute 45 into the action.
How about the reversal? And Donovan over. Drops down on the arm. Goes for the cover. First attempt during this match. Looked like it may have been a little premature because Coco still plenty of mustard left. Donovan thought he might steal one, and look at Coco go behind. You see Donovan, how quick he was to go with that foot to the rope. And Chick Donovan, Coco Ware, thus far, an excellent, clean wrestling match. Donovan, powerfully built guy. Fireman's carry, takes him over, goes for the arm bar. Coco quickly up on his feet. Coco really excites the people when he uses those spring steel legs of his for that drop kick. Hey, look at here. He crushed him, just jerked him up in the air and slammed him down. Beauty, and right back at it. Nice move. Donovan kind of fooled Coco. He was pushing against him, then laid over backward, hooked that arm and rolled him right down to the mat and immediately comes up in a bar. Slams on the shoulder and steps over. Ooh. Sits down on the shoulder. Coco.
3.5 minutes gone in this 15-minute time limit match. Boy, Donovan really working that bar on Coco's left arm.
I think he may have decided he's going to have to take a little steam out of him before he goes for another pin. Coco! Head scissors. Straight up, right at him, but look at Donovan. Boy, he's right back on top of him. Coco hammered him with that head scissors, took him with a flying head scissors, and right over and down, but Donovan, just that quick, popped up and out and right into that arm bar, and he's trying to wear Coco Ware down. Referee Jerry Calhoun asking Coco, how about it? Coco, nope. And Coco getting a little exasperated with the effort that's being put on that arm of his. On the rope, Chick Donovan. The referee saying, break it up. He pulls him off and whips. Coco takes him right over and jumps him down. Nice. But right back again with an arm drag. He really popped him hard, too.
Tojo sitting over in the corner. He's nodding approvingly as Donovan made that move.
This is the man that Tojo has picked to win the heavyweight title. Coco snapped off that rope. The referee gives him a little warning about using the ropes over there, and ooh,
mighty close. They've been wrestling for 5 minutes, 30 seconds.
He cradled him into a small package, but Donovan kicks out on a count of one. Woo. Forearm, uppercut, nailed Coco hard. That's Chick Donovan, the golden boy. Hangs that elbow right into the head. Another forearm. Donovan has that cocky demeanor about him, you know, nothing overt, but you can really tell that he believes in himself.
He walks like a quarterback that's just won the Super Bowl.
Yeah. Beautiful. There's that drop kick. He hurt Donovan with that one. Big backdrop, and here comes Coco. Another drop kick. Really slammed Donovan. Coco Ware coming on. Uh-oh. Donovan from his knees slashes with that first big right hand. Man, he nailed Ware with a straight right that time. Woo. Coco had it going. There's that spinning leg lock. Donovan takes it around again. He grabs Coco's leg, goes into a figure four, leans back. Oh, boy, I'll tell you. That's a tough one with the legs that Coco has. He's got to be in tremendous pain. Donovan with that figure four leg lock, a la Jack Briscoe. That's going to be it. Coco's going to have to give it up. And Chick Donovan, the golden boy, is going to get a submission win over Coco Ware. Coco holding those huge thighs of his. He's really in pain. Muscle cramp, I'm sure, has set in on him. Time, Dave.
Time was 7 minutes, 20 seconds, 7:20.
7:20, and Chick Donovan comes up with a submission win over Coco Ware. Wow. He got Coco in probably an area that would be the most susceptible, because while Coco has tremendously powerful legs, Donovan was smart enough to know, because he's got big legs of his own, that you can induce that muscle cramp in there. And Coco did the wise thing in a little better than 7 minutes. He had to give it up, and the golden boy, an impressive win in his initial appearance right here on Championship Wrestling. So, Coco Ware down to defeat to the golden boy, but in a rugged close match in there. Tojo Yamamoto's boy came out with a victory in it. We've got more action, an 8-man expiration of time match, and we'll be back to it in just a minute. By golly, I'll tell you what, we got some kind of action coming up. Before I get to it with the entire card, A reminder, Friday night, June the 12th, yes, sir, that's Fairdale, Kentucky, where a 10-man tag match that'll have the Japanese team of Onita Fuchi and the Tojo and the Nightmares going against the Dream, Coco, Sonny King, Plowboy Frazier, and Chief Thundercloud. Of course, there'll be other big matches. That's Friday, June the 12th, Fairdale. Now, Tuesday night, right there in the Louisville Gardens, Roger Howell against Tim Leonard, Sonny King against Jim Dalton. Chick Golden Boy Donovan will be in there against young Roy Rogers. And then a special 2 out of 3 fall 8-man tag match that'll have the Superstar, the Dream Machine, Dutch Mantell, and Jerry Lawler going against Wayne Ferris, Kevin Sullivan, the Nightmares, and Jimmy Hart will be at ringside Tuesday at the Gardens.
All right, get ready for it. An 8-man tag team match. This one goes to the expiration of time. Starting on the left of the screen at a total weight of 890 pounds. The two on the left there are the Nightmares. That's Tojo Yamamoto with his back to you, the manager of the Japanese team of Masafuchi, and Mr. Onita on the right side. Then over on the right-hand side of the screen, at a total of 925 pounds, from Oil Trough, Texas, Dutch Mantell. From Nashville, Tennessee, Roy Rogers, the Dream Machine. And from Australia, Bill Superstar Dundee. Match to the expiration of time. Referee Jerry Calhoun.
Billy starting out for his team, and Mr. Onita starting out for the other team. Ready, bell time, here we go. Onita and Dundee.
Well, I tell you, when these guys all walked in and climbed up on the ring apron, the crowd here in the studio with us was ready at that moment. Some excitement generated when you see that many guys standing around the ring, even before the action begins. Bill Dundee takes Mr. Onita down. One bad thing about an 8-man tag match, there's many people between us and the action, it's hard to see what's going on up there.
Yeah.
Oh, Dundee into the air, hung on, and stays with Onita. He maintains that headlock he's got on him. Masafuchi comes in, no tag made. Dundee with a kick. Pushed him back. Onita rolled out of the ring. Bill Dundee came over to speak to Masafuchi, saying, hey, you want to come flying in there with no tag? I'm ahead.
That's another thing that is bad about an 8-man tag, or whenever you get 6 men or so in there. It's bad enough on a regular tag match, but you've got so many guys that it's difficult to get a pin because somebody is always in and out of that ring, bing, 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 like that. And you start to get a pin, and the first thing you know, you got a foot in the back of your head.
Yep. Dutch Mantell with Masafuchi. Body slams it. Dutch goes to the rope. Drops with a lower leg. A cover. One. Count of one. Masafuchi able to break it, but Onita was headed that way. Dutchman puts Masafuchi down to the mat again. Dutch takes the tag on the Dream Machine. Dream tags Dutch again. Dutchman drops with the upper arm. Masafuchi powers Dutch over to the corner and makes the tag on